Every once in a while, a truly monumental game comes around. One so large and impactful that you're forced to hold it in your memory for the rest of your life. I've no doubt you're already picturing those games in your head right now. Believe me, I have a plethora of my own too. But one of those games for me is absolutely Metroid Prime. The entire trilogy, actually, since I played the all-in-one collection back on Wii U. Anyone who's played Metroid Prime knows what I'm talking about. This is truly a game comparable to the best Zelda games, the best adventure games, and, well, the best games in general. It's also aged surprisingly well, warranting annual replays from players and even myself a few times. Metroid Prime feels just as important today as it did back in 2002. Now, with a remastered version dropped so suddenly, it feels almost anticlimactic. I don't think people realize what just happened. One of the best games ever made just got a modern visual upgrade with enhanced controls to solidify it even further as a timeless classic. Yet I feel like, still, no one is gonna buy it. The original Metroid Prime sold a little over 2.5 million copies, and the trilogy pack only sold 500,000. This means only about 3 million people have played Metroid Prime, which isn't a terrible number, but it's definitely deserving of far more. Metroid Dread, the only other Metroid game released on Switch, was the highest selling game in the franchise, but still didn't break 3 million sales either, and that was with a ton of marketing, which the team did a great job at. However, Metroid Prime Remastered just released with basically zero marketing. For a franchise that's not historically sold well, this was undoubtedly a bad move. It's shocking too, considering how successful Nintendo's marketing has been for games in recent years. Even Bayonetta 3, a series with a remarkably low install base, sold over 1 million copies within just 2 months. The Nintendo Switch sells games, when games are marketed. I've been playing a bit of the remaster for Metroid Prime, and I just gotta say, this is how a remaster is done. Everything that needed to be preserved is preserved, and everything that benefits from updating was updated. This revisit does exactly what anyone would want from a remaster, preserving the spirit and essence of the original while giving it enough new flair to make it exciting for new and returning players. The new lighting engine, the updated models, textures, environments, and particle effects are completely fresh, yet it feels just as one would remember them if they were playing the original for the first time in 2002. It's something that's so rarely accomplished in remasters, yet it feels so effortless here. Apparently, this is because the remaster was done by Retro Studios, the original company who made the Prime trilogy, and is now developing Metroid Prime 4. While it's not all the same members that comprised the group back in 2002, it seems they managed to rehire many essential alumni. This release looks to be a way to hype up Metroid Prime 4, which is also very good news for those of us still waiting on that game. Sadly, the attempt is very half-baked in the sense that even people who were waiting for this remaster won't even know it exists. Sure, almost 1 million people watched the Nintendo Direct, but with the sheer amount of games that were shown, it's safe to assume that a portion of those viewers weren't interested, and another portion is going to have trouble keeping track of all the games revealed. Because of Metroid Dread, this would have been the perfect opportunity to really latch onto the growing popularity of the Metroid franchise, but Nintendo and Retro kinda squandered it. The series deserves so much better, but why did this happen? My best guess actually pertains to some leaks that were pretty badly kept before release. Supposedly, this remaster has been ready for quite a while now, up to 3 years apparently, but Nintendo was waiting for Prime 4 to reach a solid development stage. Now that stage has been reached, so in order to get the entire remastered trilogy out, they had to rush Prime 1 in terms of marketing? Yeah, I know, this explanation doesn't make much sense, but it's the only reason I can think of aside from they actually chose not to market this highly rated game in a low-selling franchise, which also sounds ridiculous. Maybe you guys have more ideas? Regardless, I hope that most of you watching this video get this remaster. It's well worth your time. I'm currently streaming it over on the Big TTV at Johto Johnny if you want to join me over there and get a feel for the game first. Funny enough, I'm left-handed and doing a right-handed motion controls run, so it can be pretty fun to watch me fumble around, I bet. If not, keep up with the rest of my videos here, including my explanation for how Bayonetta 3 accidentally boosted its sales through controversy. I've been Johto Johnny. Enjoy.